Have you been renting forever, but wanted to buy a home and get out of the rat race, but you never took that leap out of fear? Fear that you didn't earn enough, weren't worthy, or just felt overwhelmed and scared of taking that leap? Well, I'm here to tell you my real-life story of how I was just like you and the many myths that I believed were flat wrong, and how I overcame these fears to become an avid real estate investor today on my own real estate journey. Hop on because it is full steam ahead. As a real estate professional, I've sold luxury homes to all sorts of people. But did you know that I didn't buy my first home until I was 37 years old? That's right, friends. I was already entering middle age and had been renting homes for most of my adult life. That's about 17 years. Let's say I was paying rent on average $3,000 per month for those 17 years. That would amount to $612,000. Gone. Poofed forever. People kept asking me, how come I was renting when I was selling $1 million homes to clients? Well, the truth is, I thought I couldn't afford it. And I was afraid. Afraid that I didn't have enough income, or my credit score was not high enough, or no bank was going to give me a loan. Frankly, I didn't think I was worthy enough, even though I sold homes to other people. Crazy, right? But I am here to tell you it was all in my head. And my biggest regret is not jumping in sooner in my real estate journey. Here are the myths I believed for so long. Myth number 1. I don't make enough money to qualify. False. Banks make money by giving loans. Mortgages are one of the biggest ways banks make money. So they want to find a way to make it work for you. Don't get me wrong, they have requirements, but there are many banks that will lend, and some banks are more flexible and motivated to get it done. Typically though, banks will give a loan up to 28% of your gross income. That 28% will include your housing costs, including your mortgage, real estate taxes, and insurance. Another good way to think of it is the amount you are paying in rent is a good indicator of how much monthly you can spend in total to pay to own a home. Myth number 2. To have a good credit history, I should keep a recurring minimum credit card balance. False. Man, I did not know how credit history works in the US. I don't know why, but I assumed in order to build credit history, you needed to keep some amount of balance on your credit cards and pay your minimums every single month to build a strong credit score. I was completely wrong. To get a high credit score, you should pay off your credit cards every month and keep a zero balance and have a healthy amount of credit limit. By paying off your card and having zero balances, it tells the lenders that you are responsible with the credit and you will promise to pay off your debt without issue. As soon as I had that aha moment and paid off my credit cards, my credit score shot up. Myth number 3. I was not good enough to own my own home. False. Getting over this was more about overcoming my fear that I was not capable of being a homeowner, that I was not responsible enough or worthy. For so long, I saw clients that looked and behaved just like me, but yet I felt like I was not as worthy as them. How false this was. As long as you are responsible, pay your bills on time, and have a stable career and income, banks are lining up to give you a loan. So, how did I get over this? I saw what my clients were doing and said, why not me? So I bought a tiny home, an investment property actually, that was far below what I could actually afford. Lower because that was what I thought I deserved. That first property helped me get out of my own way, out of my fear. And now I am on my journey to build my little real estate empire. Getting through that hump has broadened my knowledge. Now I'm a prolific consumer of knowledge, financial, investments, current affairs. All this combined makes me not only a better agent, but a seasoned investor, expanding my horizons more than I ever knew existed. This is what I wish for you. So, how do you get started? Consume content like you are in school and become educated in how to buy a home like you're doing now on this channel. So before I forget, I highly recommend subscribing to this channel to educate yourself on this very topic. And more than that, read, my friend. Read books, articles, stories that you are curious about or you feel you are lacking understanding about. Becoming more well-rounded on how banks and mortgages work, and then take a dip by getting pre-approved for that mortgage. Find a lender that is offering incentives and specials. Don't just rely on the big banks, as they tend to be more inflexible. Then get that mortgage pre-approval. That basically tells you how much you can afford if you were to go out and shop for a home. And trust me, you may be surprised by how much home you can afford. Once you have that, then it's time to find a real estate agent you trust to help you guide you through the process of buying a home. Be sure to work with an experienced agent like my team, Undivided, where we walk our clients through the process of buying a home from start to finish. At the end of the day, buying your first home is always the hardest. Once you do it though, the ones that follow seem like a piece of cake. I hope you found this video helpful on your real estate journey. Before you jump off, be sure to check out this next video. Peace.